Something strange is happening at singles events. Women are showing up in large numbers, ready to meet someone, but men simply aren't going. And when a few do show up, many of them end up invisible. The reason behind this is making a lot of people uncomfortable.
So I went to a singles event, and when I got there, it was literally 90% women. And I was like, I'm gonna go now.
Okay, so we just left the event, right?
So bad.
I think we were just saying that we think that we've actually hit rock bottom.
No, it was actually.
We think we've actually hit rock bottom, and I think we were either punked, catfished,
like
or
it felt like a sick joke. I was like literally thinking to myself, like, why am I like, how did I get here?
How did I get here?
Men always assume this, and I, for the life of me, do not understand. Anytime my friend and I invite guys to come to our singles events, they always assume that it's going to be 80% majority men. Like, they'll be like, oh, like, I think it's going to be a sausage fest. Like, I think I speak for most guys when I say, like, we're not going to come because it's all going to be other guys. That's not the case, ever. Like, gone to multiple singles events. I'm hosting singles events now myself. In every situation, it's majority women. And they're all really cool, fun, attractive women. In New York, women here, in my personal experience, they are very willing to sign up for events. They're willing to put in effort to make connections with people, both platonic and romantic. And I have found it not to be the case for men. So I don't know where that perception's coming from. If anyone has any idea, what is that barrier? The reason that we're reaching out to these men is because it's harder to get men to sign up for these events. And yet when we ask them to sign up, they say they don't want to sign up because they think it will all be men. And it's like, no, the reason I'm reaching out to you is because there is no men. Like, what is it? I don't understand.
What she seems not to realize is that many men have already experienced environments like these where the setup tends to favor women far more than it favors them. Even if there are plenty of women there, that doesn't automatically mean real opportunity for most men. What often happens is that a small number of women receive all the attention while the majority of men are ignored. So it's not just fear of too many men, it's the concern of walking into a situation where they know they'll likely be judged or dismissed very quickly.
So I went to a singles event last night in downtown Phoenix. I had seen their events on TikTok and it looked super fun, but it was not what I thought it was gonna be. Like, I swear on the TikTok that I saw was that they had you fill out a questionnaire, and at some point in the night, they like grouped people into groups so that you could mingle and get to know people out of your comfort zone, whatever. That's not what happened last night. It was at Pemberton, but the bar was still open to the public. So the event was just sectioned off in half the bar. But once you got into the event area, it was just like you were at a bar. There was nothing that made it special to a singles event to help you try to get to know people besides everyone in the bar was single. But then to enjoy like Pemberton, you had to go out of the event area to get drinks. So like I paid for a ticket for like a private area of the bar, but it kind of defeated the purpose. I still had a fun night with my girls. I would highly not recommend going by yourself. There was like hundreds of people at this thing. There's no way I could have gone alone.
At every singles event, it's all women.
Yeah. That's exactly
I don't want to do them anymore because it's so hard to get men to sign up. And I had one a few weeks ago, and one of the guys was like, please do this again. This was awesome. I'm like, I will do it again if you promise to like get friends to come. Like, it's so hard to get guys to sign up. And he's like, no, why would I want more competition?
Yeah.
But why? Like, I guess both perspectives. Like, what do you think? But also as a guy. So if you told me when I was 27, hey, there's a singles event where there's going to be 20 to 25 really cool women, I'd be like, yeah, like that's sick. Like, why would I not go? I go to the bar to meet the single woman.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I go to the singles event where they actually want to meet me too?
Yeah.
But as guys, why did we never go to them?
Yeah, doesn't it take away like the thing of rejection? Like,
well, my perspective was this. I feel like guys are super sensitive to get rejected. And when you go to a singles event, there's an expectation that you should hook up or you should like meet somebody.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's like, oh, well, you got rejected. And maybe if you hit on somebody there and they don't like you, it's very in your face.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get rejected at a bar, it's so like sugar coated and it's so like
kind of disappear.
You can disappear or like just pretend like something happened. You could hide.
Like if you were to do it in a bar, right? There's a chance that the person you're approaching is in a relationship,
or they're just not in the mood to talk. I think we've all been there, right? Like, you've gone out with your friends and you're like, this is about me and my friends, this is not about other people tonight. And so I really think going to these dating events is such an untapped opportunity for men. And it's crazy to me because women's tickets for events sell out so quickly all the time. I've seen events where the women's tickets sell out within 15 minutes, and then men's tickets are still available until like an hour before the event. It's crazy. So yeah, I think I really believe in dating events, especially because I think there's actually way more manners in dating events. The problem with dating apps is like things like ghosting, and ghosting to me is a lack of respect and manners, right? It doesn't take much to say, nice talking to you, but I don't feel a connection, goodbye. Like, it doesn't take much to do that. But because we're digital and we're just constantly swiping.
Her idea sounds good in theory, but it ignores an important detail. Just because women buy tickets quickly doesn't mean men will actually have real chances. Many women at these events are still extremely selective and end up talking to only a few men. For an average guy, that can mean spending the entire night trying to start conversations and being ignored. For many men, the social and emotional risk simply isn't worth it. They'd rather meet people in more natural settings where interaction happens without that artificial pressure.
There's been a rise in singles events, meeting people kind of off apps, getting people off apps is a big thing. What a lot of the stats show is that people that go to these events are mainly women. Why do you think men don't go to these things?
What nightclubs are to men is what single events are to women. So if you're a guy going to a nightclub, one, you're going to have to pay to go in. Women go in free a lot of the time because the clubs are looking for women because they bring the guys, right? So the clubs invite women because it brings the guys. So one, you're going to have to pay more than a woman to go in. Two, realistically, to get any kind of attention or succeed with a girl, you kind of have to be in the top 5% of guys in the club, either in terms of looks, in terms of status, or in terms of money.
Table.
Right? Exactly. 3, 9 times out of 10, the kind of girls who are regulars at nightclubs generally aren't the kind of girls that you're wanting to choose for a wife anyway. They don't have certain qualities that you're looking for long term.
Okay, I have to address these comments, like this one. To be honest, I have learned a lot in my comment section. I didn't know, I've never thought about the perspective of a man going to one of these events, honestly, and that was a genuine question. Me asking, what do men look for? Why don't they want to go to these events? I really wanted to know. And I think from these comments, I really got good insight on, why they don't go, what makes them stay away from them, how do they actually feel about singles mixers, and it's so interesting. And based on what this person said, honestly, I kind of have to agree. I think there's a lot of pressure for men sometimes to just be in a room full of women that just judge them. I think even when obviously me going to one of these singles events, I see men that just aren't my type, right? And I'm not going to approach them. I'm not even going to look their way. And then meanwhile, they have a bunch of women, but if they don't look a certain way or they're not up to par to what women our standards, then no one's going to approach them. So I do feel sometimes they do have a lot of pressure, and I understand why they don't want to come to these events. But based on these responses, I think I'm gonna retire these singles events. I don't think it's worth it. I think I'd rather just go back to meeting people in the wild. And yeah, I don't think there's ever gonna really be value in it based on what I'm looking for. I think it's gonna be really hard. So thank you guys for the insight. It was really eye-opening, and I'm just gonna go back to the streets, respectfully, the godly streets.
Here she begins to notice something many men have known for a long time. These events create a lot of pressure for them. A man walks into a room knowing he'll be evaluated within seconds based on looks, status, charisma, and confidence. Meanwhile, many women simply observe and choose. That creates an uneven dynamic. It's interesting that she only realized this after reading the comments. At the end of the day, many men avoid these events because they know the setup encourages quick judgment rather than genuine connection.
Here's why guys hate dating events and how we fixed it. You walk up to a girl. She's not interested. Now it's awkward for the rest of the night. Everybody saw. Or worse, you exchange numbers to be polite and then she ghosts you the next day. Cool. At active events, nobody actually exchanges numbers during the event. You play board games or get coffee with people, everybody talks to everyone, the host makes sure of it. Then the next day, you both indicate interest on the website. If you both match, we connect you. No public rejection, no awkward, can I get your number, just less stressful. Our next event is actually a board games night. It's actually fun, even if you don't meet somebody.
Okay, men, Black men especially, please answer me this. Why is it that many of y'all refuse to go to curated dating events? I'm talking about events where the vibes are already set, the ambiance is right, the music is good, the drinks are flowing. You're basically guaranteed to meet somebody who's actually interested in you and is serious about dating. You're pretty much set up to win. Conversation starters and prompts so there's no awkward silence, a bit of a structured experience, and maybe a little turn up afterward. So my question is it that dating events like this require a certain type of intention and vulnerability, and the patriarchy taught you that pursuing connection with effort somehow makes you less masculine or something? Because the patriarchy told y'all that you're supposed to just stumble into love and not actually prepare for it? Because we see how that's turning out. The women are doing the work. They're showing up, they're investing, they're trying something different, stepping out of their comfort zone, taking risks. Isn't risk-taking a part of masculinity too? So what is it really? Is it the event itself or the unlearning the patriarchy part?
Why don't Black men go to singles mixers in Dallas? Nana had to have a whole conversation about it at the singles mixer today because a man that was not Black asked me, mind you, we were like in full conversation. He was my perfect match. We had match. And he was like, it's a lot of Black women here, but it's not a lot of Black men. And I was like, and I kindly directed him to TikTok. And this time, I didn't just have to direct him to TikTok, I could also direct him to YouTube. Not the whole controversy done made it to a whole YouTuber's page. I done went viral, all that stuff. Like, he at least could have tagged me. But I don't even have anything productive to say on it. So I just continue to post what I'm going to post about these singles mixers. If y'all want to go, y'all want to go. If Black men don't want to go, then they don't go. However, I'm going to continue to go. And the girls that want to go are also going to go. And that's all I got to say about the conversation.
In this case, she seems to simply accept the situation without really thinking about the reason behind it. But when many men from a specific group stop showing up, there's usually a reason. Sometimes these events create expectations or dynamics that just don't appeal to men. Instead of just saying, whoever wants to go will go, it might be more productive to ask why so many are choosing not to attend. Ignoring the reason doesn't solve the issue, it just keeps the same situation repeating itself.